What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. And today we are here to talk about Novatech. I have just been given some information and some news and where to find that news about what's going on with Novatech. And we have officially received the note that there are a few, there is another very important region and a few other regions that have been added to the restricted zone for Novatech. And you guessed it, as you've probably seen in the comments section before this video or even after this video has been posted, United States has been added to that list. So let's go ahead and talk about that in our opinion, because all we have is what they've shared and then our opinion. So before we get started, I want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I am cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man in the comment section. He is going to be diligent. They're going to be diligent to try to get your information. If they get it, I can't help you with that. So stay diligent and stay leery about that kind of stuff, because it ain't me, never has been me, never will be me. Also, for those of you that are on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram as well, Bank of Gerald, just spelt like it is right here on YouTube. Shouldn't be hard to find it all. Let's get into this. So, of course, I want to talk about how we got access to this information. The first thing that we did was we went to the back office. I can't show you the back office now, but on the left side, you will see a tab that says support, right? If you click on that drop down and you see a button that says knowledge base, right? When you click on knowledge base, it's going to bring you to this page right here. And I'm going to share this because I don't have anything to tell me that I can't share this right here. So let me actually get it right. All right, so this is the support channel, right? This is where people are getting support. There is a lot of different things. There's some recent articles here, you know, restricted areas and regions, cash out FAQs, how to request a cash out. I don't see a member of my downline. How to get an order receipt. When do I get paid? Different stuff like that, right? So we're going to click on restricted areas and regions, and this is where we will see an update that was modified on Thursday, May 11th at 12:12 a.m. And I'm not sure if that's Eastern, but I'm going to just assume that it is. And it says the following states and regions are restricted from registering accounts with Novatech. I want to repeat that one more time. The following states and regions are restricted from registering accounts with Novatech. All right. Singapore, Pakistan, Canada, and the United States. Now, of course, the main thing that we're here to talk about is the United States because we're in the United States. Now, here's my opinion on that. Now, can I say that the writing was on the wall for this to possibly happen? Yes. We've had some few states with cease and desist or cease and refrain orders that have been generated by the state and local governments in various different places like California, and there were some other states that were already restricted from the jump before we even got in, like Texas. So the writing was kind of on the wall with this. Canada had a few provinces, so then they decided that all of Canada wasn't allowed. And the way that they kind of handled Canada is kind of how I'm expecting them to handle this. For those of you that have to withdraw your money, I do believe that they will tell you in an email, all right? I haven't received an email like this yet. I haven't even received an email that said this yet. We started getting some comments earlier, and this is where we were directed to find this information. So we went and looked, and we had to do a video on it as soon as possible. I'm hoping that whoever's in already is grandfathered in, because what they said specifically is that these states and regions are restricted from registering accounts with Novatech. Okay, so that means you're no longer allowed to register. No new people in the United States. So you can either consider yourself pretty lucky that you were able to get in before they decided to close off new registrations to the United States. But this is not the first platform, nor will it be the last platform that closes its doors to the United States. Because here's the reality of the situation. Here may not be all the facts, but here's what I'm understanding is the reality of the situation. The United States does not want you to prosper with crypto. They do not want you to be a part of these different platforms and plans. You know, I believe that some of the issues that are going on with the bank are because people are making a living through these crypto avenues now. And pretty soon, if the United States doesn't get its act together and be more of a teammate to us in the crypto world, then they're going to find themselves left behind in the world in general. The world is moving towards crypto, all right? If it's not there already, it's moving towards it. The United States has been behind on regulation for a long time to our benefit and our detriment, because while we've been able to make money because it hasn't been regulated, there are a lot of things that we could possibly not have to experience, but also won't be able to experience because of that. Won't get into all those different things today because that's not what this video is about. This video is just letting everyone know that we have received notice that the United States is now on that restricted list. There's a lot of leaders here in the States. There's a lot of leaders all over the world, though. And one thing that I've always tried to make clear when we're talking about these different states that were getting cease and refrain, and it was a big deal to the United States folks, and I understand those are the majority of people that watch me. But I had to remind people that this is a global opportunity. And just because the United States cannot work with this opportunity does not mean that it cannot thrive. There are many, 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 many countries out here in this world, all right, that are very crypto friendly. And for those different places, Novatech might be somewhere that it can thrive. And it doesn't have to be so far from the United States, but at the same time, just because the United States decides to not do business, or that it decides to not do business with the United States, does not mean that Novatech is essentially going to close its doors, okay? Now, I don't know how much business came from the United States. I'm not seeing that people have to vacate or leave just yet. So that stuff is all in the air. But my opinion is that most of these platforms are bigger than the United States, ladies and gentlemen. And if we don't get our brains wrapped around the fact that crypto is a worldwide phenomenon and we are the pioneers of it. A lot of the people that have been in crypto for a long time are on houses on the hill. And me personally, I'm not going to let a note like this keep me from doing what I'm doing and cranking that crypto, because it's changed my life, but two, you know, these opportunities and platforms, because they're limited in the United States, does not mean that we're not able to find a way to benefit from these platforms. Where there's a will, there's a way. And maybe that day will have to come where I'll have to pick up my bags and move to Nova Scotia, or I don't know, Istanbul or whatever. Not planning on it right now, of course, but might have to move to St. Vincent and Grenadines. Who knows? But you know, when people are trying to create better lives for themselves and the government just wants you to pretty much live the way that they want you to live, unless you're following their rules, it gets kind of tricky. So this is one of those situations. I believe that it wasn't because Novatech doesn't want to do business with the United States, but it's with all these different cease and refrains and people coming up, you know, they're late on payments and stuff like that. So people will complain to their governments about an entity that said this and said it was going to do this and all this stuff. They want to complain, and that's fine. But the most that the government can do is what it's pretty much done: send out its cease and refrain orders and do all that stuff. And at that point, when you have enough states that do that, as a business owner, you have to decide, hey, do I really want to do business in this region if this is the way it's going to go? And the answer might be no. So, of course, a lot of that is my opinion, but here's what I know is the fact. United States is now a part of that restricted areas for Novatech. It is just one platform of many that we are here in BOJ. I'm not here to tell you what to do, so you'll have to do your own due diligence based on the information that I have provided on my journey about what you want to be in. All right, I'm not here to tell you what to do, where to spend, how to spend. That's not my goal. My goal is to go on a journey myself, and of course, in the broadcasting of my journey, hopefully we're able to touch a lot of lives and help a lot of people. But at the end of the day, Novatech was one of our mainstays, and this is a tough day. And we have not really received much information from any of the other leaders like my upline and some of the ambassadors of the space. The ambassadors of Novatech. which we are looking forward to hearing fairly soon on what the next steps will be, and what Novatech is going to be asking from us as United States customers. So we'll see what's going on with that, and we'll share whatever we can share as quickly as we can share it. But just wanted to get that information out to everyone. United States has been added officially to the restricted areas list. With that being said, put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked, all right? Ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man in the comments section, because if he gets you there, there's nothing I can do to help you, as well as that help me line is not here to help you as well. So stay diligent in this space and stay diligent in my comment section. And for those of you that are looking for me on Instagram, you can find me now on Instagram, as well as so many other places like my email and Telegram as well. All right, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Peace out.